What's good, YouTube? We are back, and today we're going to be going over my way too early 2026 NBA predictions. We are a bit of a ways through the offseason now. We're at the point where we don't really have much going on, and we're just in anticipation for the new season. My apologies for not uploading in quite a while. I got to have an offseason too. I was grinding, though. Don't worry, I was going skinny Luka mode. But today, we're going to be going over each season award. We're going to be going over the MVP, the DPOY, everything that there is, including the NBA champs and who I think the finals MVP will be. And this one is something I'm really excited about. A lot of these are a bit unorthodox, a bit of some hot takes on here, some stretches, some that are just straight facts and are absolute locks. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. First things first, okay? I know you guys should probably expect this by now, okay? If you're accustomed to the channel, you know who I'm going to go for with this one, which is Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to give y'all 3 seconds to lock it in. It's Amen Thompson. I mean, come on. It is going to be Amen Thompson. In his second season already, he's an all-NBA first-team defender on the all-defensive first team. Absolutely insane. The only way they don't give it to Amen Thompson is if somehow, I just know this is what's going to happen, okay? I just know this is who it should be, but I know they're going to fluke and give it to Wemby. And yes, I do think that Wemby and Amen Thompson will go neck and neck for DPOYs for like the next few years, but this is really all it is. I'm going to say Amen Thompson just because I may be a little bit biased, but it's going to be between Amen and Wemby. I think that that's probably going to be the debate for at least the next 4 or 5 seasons with, honestly, probably even longer, bro. These guys are in the same draft class. It's going to be the same for a while, unless there's another defender that just comes and just takes the league by storm, like how Rudy Gobert did once upon a time. Thankfully, we don't got to deal with that no more. He's still in the league, but he just is not half the defender he once was at some point. But it's going to be between Amen Thompson and Wemby. I'm going to go with Amen Thompson. Stick with that pick. Next up, we got 6th Man of the Year. And for this one, I got Jared McCain. And I think Jared McCain is... He obviously could not have had the season which he anticipated with him tearing his ACL with the Philadelphia 76ers, missing the rest of the season. He looked like he was on path to win Rookie of the Year, but he's going to be back. And the way the depth chart is currently for the Philadelphia 76ers, it's entirely possible that he's not starting. I mean, it's between him and Quentin Grimes at the 2 guard, and then if VJ Edgecombe is just going to start right off the bat or not, there's a chance that Jared McCain is starting. And if he is, obviously that's not going to be the case. But I think that with the depth of the Sixers right now, it would kind of make sense for him to be an off-the-bench kind of splash, go get you a bucket type of guy. But if he is starting, then who I'm going to go with is DeAndre Hunter, who, I mean, he is running the 3, but I'm pretty sure that Max Strus is still going to be at the starting position. If there's no injuries that happen to anyone. I do think that it could go to DeAndre Hunter, but I'm going to stick with Jared McCain for the case of the conversation. Next up, we got Rookie of the Year, and my boy, it better be Cooper Flagg. It better go to Cooper Flagg, bro. This guy is an absolute generational talent from the words of everyone else and from my anticipation of what I imagine his career to go like. I think he's going to be very similar to an Anthony Davis-esque player at his peak. I think that his ceiling is what I'm expecting. I know, the sky's the limit for this guy, but I'm expecting him to at some point become an Anthony Davis-type player. That's high expectations. So Cooper Flagg, I anticipate him to win Rookie of the Year. The only other way that he doesn't win Rookie of the Year is if he's injured. And if he is injured, there's only one other player that I could really see just stat padding his way to it. I know this guy does not deserve it. He probably will not deserve it. It's probably going to be on super trash efficiency. But I could see Ace Bailey having an absolute monster stat line besides field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. But if we just look at totals, I think Ace Bailey is going to have a really good offensive season. So, barring all injuries, I do think it should go to Cooper Flagg. But if there is going to be a runner-up for this, I think that it could be Ace Bailey as like a dark horse pick. I wouldn't be mad at that. But I'm going to sit with Cooper Flagg, and he better win it. Next up, I got Most Improved Player. And this one is not a lock, because Most Improved Player is kind of one of those awards where, you never really know. That's the whole point of the award. It's a very randomized award. If there's any award that you just cannot rely on the odds at all, it is MIP. But I have a really good pick for MIP in Andrew Nembhard. And the reason why I have Andrew Nembhard is because the confidence that we saw him gain over the course of the playoffs, from the first round all the way to the finals, it just gradually increased. Not to mention, since January, he's just been having a very, very good season. And his role will be bigger than ever with Tyrese Haliburton missing the rest of the next season. I expect Andrew Nembhard to show the fans who this guy really is. And I think the sky's the limit for him, bro. He's only 25 years old. He is a really good offensive player. Super shifty guy. See what I did there? I think Andrew Nembhard is going to have his best season of his career to this date. And I still expect the Indiana Pacers to be a good team. I think they will make the playoffs. They might even win a first-round series. And if they do, and Tyrese Haliburton's back, then I don't think that there's not a scenario where the Indiana Pacers are somehow just a really good team again in the middle of the playoffs and go on another finals run. Hoping that's the case, bro. I really feel bad for Pacers fans. Hope Tyrese can come back soon enough, fully healthy, fully recovered. But besides that, Andrew Nembhard, MIP, that's my pick. Next up, we're going to be talking about the Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year, Ime Udoka. I don't care, bro. This guy has been in conversation for Coach of the Year for the last, I don't even know, bro, the last 3 years. I mean, he missed 1 year because of that. We ain't going to talk about what happened, why he missed that year. But every other year besides that, Ime Udoka being a head coach has been in conversations for Coach of the Year, and I think it's about damn time. The Rockets, I expect to be the first seed. If not the first seed, they will be the second seed. And Ime Udoka, just one of the best defensive coaches there is, one of the best culture setters that I've seen take place in a team. Because I don't know if y'all remember what Steven Silas, when he was a coach of the Rockets, bro, they were laughing at him. Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. were laughing at you, bro. And if those guys are laughing at you, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You are not a good head coach. Ime Udoka came in, completely shifted the culture, and there you go, man. That is going to be my pick for the Coach of the Year, Ime Udoka. Next up, Clutch Player of the Year. This is a Mickey Mouse award. Just want to set that straight right off the bat. This is the most Mickey Mouse award that there is. And what even is this award? First it was to Steph Curry. Okay. Then it was to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, yes, I agree. He should have got it that year. Now, you can't really base it off of anything. You don't know which team is going to be in close games. This isn't about who is the overall best clutch player. It's about which player is going to be in close games and make those big shots in order to win the game. If it was just based off of straight clutchness alone, I would have it to guys like Tyrese Haliburton, Jalen Brunson, Shai. But I really don't think Shai is going to be in all too many close games this year. Just based off of how the OKC Thunder are. They're a team that beats you by 20, beats you by 30. They don't go and get in those close games every single night. And that's honestly very uncommon for them. Their point differential is usually huge. So you can't really say Shai. But if I had to give it to someone, probably just going to give it to Steph Curry. Either Steph Curry or Jalen Brunson. I mean, I think one of those guys is probably bound to repeat because those are guys that really find themselves in those close games very often, especially with the Warriors, because if Steph is not dropping, Steph could still drop 50 and it'd still be a super close game. That's just how trash the Warriors are at this point. But it's really just Steph carrying the entire load. So I'll probably go with Steph Curry. I'll go with Steph Curry. Next up, MVP of the league. I think this one is overdue. I think this one should have happened a few years ago, but I think the time is now. I'm going to Luka the Doncic. He will finally be. We will be getting our MVP. We will be getting the most valuable player award. Luka Doncic is on a grind. Okay, I know skinny Luka is here. I know we talked about this for years at this point, but Luka being skinny, I really think is here to stay, bro. I've seen pictures of how Luka came into the league, and now he is a year ago, and it's literally low-key one of the biggest glow downs ever. But I think with Luka, obviously the whole situation going on with the trade, this has really been the talk of the offseason. I know he came on a few magazines, just Sports Illustrated magazine last week, looking in really good shape. I think that will help him tremendously in his defensive ability. He doesn't necessarily need it on the offensive side. I mean, in his worst season of his career, he averaged 28, 8, and 7. 28, 8, and 7. Luka is not no bum, okay? But it is definitely going to help him be able to be more of a less of a defensive liability, because that was a big issue with Luka's athleticism, was that, yes, you can go and get buckets, but you need to also be on it on the defensive end as well. And I think with him being in better shape, that's what's going to happen. Luka does not need to be in good shape to be a bucket. That is cap. And if anybody ever told you that, they're capping to you. Luka only needs to be in good shape so that he can go throughout the playoffs without getting injured. And on top of that, he can be better on the defensive end. And I think that will be the case. And I also think that that is also just going to take Luka over the edge. I ain't going to lie, bro. If the NBA is rigged, Luka will win it. Okay? I think also the Lakers, with their newly acquired depth, should be good enough to win a top 5 seed. I don't consider them to be title contenders, but I think they will be good enough to be a top 5 seed. And as you can see, seeding has become less important in the MVP race as of late. You see guys like Jokic winning at the 5th seed. You see Russ won it a few years back. I think it was like the 6th seed or something. It doesn't really matter too much anymore. So as long as you're a top 5 seed, you're eligible. I think Luka's going to get the MVP. Now we are discussing the NBA Champions / the Finals MVP. And I don't care what you say, it will be the Houston Rockets. That is my pick. That is what I'm going for. And look, before you tell me, yo, bro, you got 3 Rockets people on this awards list. Look, I think the Rockets are just in a prime position for success. The Rockets, let me explain why I think that they will win the NBA championship. First of all, you give the best defense in the league a fix to their one weakness, which is half-court offense. And how do you fix it? You give them the best half-court offense player of all time. Don't matter if he's damn near 40. Don't matter if he's had a rough few years of his career success-wise. He still is a walking bucket, averaging 28 points per game. I don't care. You put that man on any team, he will get you buckets. And now, with him being on the Rockets, KD is also a pretty lengthy guy. He's a good defender, better defender than people give him credit for. On top of that, there's just so much depth that was acquired onto this Rockets team, which was just the 2nd seed last year. And even in their youth, even in their inexperience, they took the Warriors to a Game 7, which I just think is super impressive. They were down 3-1, forced a Game 7. Clint Capella, newly acquired to the team. Welcome back. Dorian Finney-Smith, Josh Okogie. Not only are those guys that fit into that either 2-man lineup or just help to extend the floor, maybe be a 3-and-D guy, they just fit right into the culture. A culture that has already been established, that already has guys that will take leaps. Leaps from guys like Reed Shepherd. I expect Amen Thompson to have the best season of his career thus far offensively and also be an absolute dog on the defensive end. Yo, my phone just rang. I'm going to edit that out. And then Alperen Sengun, who was just an all-star for the first time. I expect him to be slightly better. Jabari Smith Jr. will definitely become better with Kevin Durant. I mean, come on, Jabari's literally going to be a baby Kevin Durant at this point, bro. Like, how else do you want Jabari Smith Jr. to become that lengthy shooter without, or then just learning from Kevin Durant himself? I expect Jabari to take a big leap. Amen, Sengun, same thing. I think the Rockets are going to be NBA champions. And what is this going to mean for KD's career, bro? Him winning his first ever championship without Curry, taking rid of all the asterisks that came with that Golden State Warriors championships, shows that he can win by himself. Why do I think that this is the case? Because this is the most complete team KD has had since Golden State. Like, if you consider the Nets teams, those were so offensive heavy. They were so ISO heavy. They're like, bro, here, go get the ball, go put it in. That's not how you build a team around Kevin Durant. You put a team around Kevin Durant by filling out the roles around him so that he can just focus on getting buckets. He doesn't need to have the best defense in the world. He doesn't need to be a facilitator. He just needs to get the ball in his shots, in his spots, and nail it in. And I think that that's what this team has done for Kevin Durant. I expect this team to go very far. And that is my season predictions. If you like the video, if you just agree with me, disagree, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe down below, and let me know what you guys have with your predictions. You know, doesn't matter which award. Could be any award. Who's just going to win the championship? I'm super stoked for this season's basketball. I'm just so ready for the season to come back already. It's been a long off season, bro. I didn't upload in quite a while, but just know we're going to be back into consistency. I was out traveling for a pretty long amount of time, but I'm back, and the videos are going to be delivered. Leave a like, subscribe down below. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Take care.